guys, welcome back to another video here on the channel. And today we're going to be talking about something a little bit different on the channel. Just to forewarn you guys, this video will be mostly about my favorite top 5 games on Game Pass. So as you guys know, what I meant by the forewarning, I know some people like seeing full screen clips, like, you know what I mean? Like in full screen. But this time, I'm going to show all my clips in vertical, only because most of my, funny moments, funny clips have been in YouTube Shorts format, or even TikTok. So, with that being said, we're going to go into the first ever game, and my number one will always be The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. And as to why I say that, is because it's been one of my top favorites for many years. I got 60,000 hours on it, probably 80,000 by now. I played it on every platform, PS4, PC, Xbox Series X, you name it. The only place I haven't played it is Switch. And I bet it's a little different, that version, but not by much. The way you can live in the world and, be any kind of character you want, be any race, an Argonian, Bosmer, a Khajiit. Because Khajiit has wares if you got the coin. That has been one of my top number one games of all time. And all I can say is, like, I know most of the secrets, not everything. Like, I even did a video where I thought there was something on top of, where you get the Horn of Jorgen Windcaller. I forget. I think it's called Ustagrav. I made a video on that. But anyways, guys, I know I'm rambling about the game, but as you can tell, that's one of my number one top favorite games. Second, but before I start the second, here's a clip of Skyrim. Are you enjoying Solstheim so far? I am indeed. Sorry, didn't mean to set you on fire. Getting all kinds of gold from it. Oh my gosh, he just got stuck. There's enough, so much, as you can tell. There's always funny bugs, funny glitches. There's always something going on in the world of Skyrim. Number 2 would be Fable. Fable is absolutely amazing. I played through 1, 2, and 3, but I didn't remember the story of the first one much until I played it again. And it has its moments as well. Very memorable, very fun landscape. I know it's an OG classic at this point, but I have a love for a lot of single player games. That includes Fable, being up there as well. I remember the demon doors and the hobgoblins, the Belverines, which were like werewolves, by the way. The Belverines, they look a lot like werewolves in a way. But I grew up on those games. The new Fable will be out this next year. I'm quite excited. And I cannot wait. And speaking of another game. Here's a clip of Fable, by the way.
You helped the Old One recover his armor. I'll let you through then. Be careful, though. I don't want your finger marks all over me.
finally, um, coming up next. I don't know why I said finally. I'm not in the video yet. um, the third one would be My Friendly Neighborhood. You know, and it's a horror game. I put a little bit of hours into it. I didn't get too far. Think of it like this. Say one day the Muppets go evil or something, you know, and they start attacking you when you're trying to shut down the broadcast or whatever it is. And, you know, think of it like that, but, them trying to kill you basically. So I played a little bit of this game, got some chills from it, very freaky. It's definitely different. I don't think there's a lot of time in the game, you know, but My Friendly Neighborhood is definitely really underrated. Great game, and I definitely recommend it to anybody. So here's a clip of the clip where he was beating his head against the door in one of the Muppets. Oh, he's lost it. Look at him. He's really lost it. So yeah, as you can tell, that game is very freaky, and you know, like just imagine if that actually did happen, if the Muppets did go evil. uh, Fourth would be Gears of War, and as someone who hasn't played the franchise much growing up, um, you know, I didn't think I would get into Gears at first because I was a big Halo fan back in the day. Like I played every story campaign of the Halo games and they were really fun. But I went and played through the very first Gears of War for the very first time. And man, I can't tell you how much I enjoyed the campaign. Yes, I played the original one. I didn't play the remaster because I wanted to experience what the remaster, like what the original one was like. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to touch the remaster. I'm not saying it's not good. I've seen some, Twitch gameplay or YouTube gameplay, and the remaster looks absolutely phenomenal. So I'm not saying it's bad. I just haven't touched it yet, and I do plan on getting around to it at some point. Maybe just doing it for multiplayer or something. And the best part is the remaster is also on PS5 now, so everyone can play together: Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. So I give them kudos for that. And also, here's one of my clips for Gears of War, the original one. Check that out. You'll ask nicely, no worries.
Ceasefire! Dipshit.
Finally, the rescue team.
What are you doing
Finally,
here?
the rescue team.
Waiting for you? I'm ready.
And finally, my other favorite one is Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Um, like this is a remaster of the second and third one, I think it is. But I did get some gameplay of that this morning, like recorded in vertical game, like recording it in vertically, and like I never got to play a lot of the Tony Hawks growing up. I didn't. And playing them now is, you know, kind of cool because I get to experience it for the very first time, you know. But I like doing the tricks. I like, you know, doing like the skateboard moves and all that. Like it's quite fun. Um, like trying to get through certain levels of the challenge. I still haven't figured out the special ability yet or how to do that. like I said, I'm new to the game, but just being on a skateboarding and all that is kind of cool. And I kind of grew up around Tony Hawk, you know, so you know, I quite like it. Would I ride a skateboard for real? Probably, but I would not do the fancy tricks because I would hurt myself. I would just want to ride on the skateboard. That's it. I'm not in it for the fancy tricks. I would hurt myself, and yeah, I don't want that. So here's a clip of that.
Keep it clean! Keep it clean! Let's go!
I just did some recording of that this morning. Um, and with that being said, guys, I have a bonus one. I know I said 5, but I'm gonna throw in a bonus one. Another game I've been really hooked on from Game Pass has been Vampire Survivors. And, I thought I would throw this one in because, it's been quite addictive for me. I mean, like, truly getting into it. And what amazes me about it is it's made by one individual person. And they did a really good job on the game, you know? But let me tell you guys, the game gets really chaotic. Like, it really does get chaotic. Like, you could go from level 1, and then once you get to level 70 or 100 or 200, the game gets freaking chaotic, especially when you level up all the abilities. So that's another game I've been enjoying on my free time, and I love it. It's a good game. So here's a clip for the bonus game. Damn, I see what you mean by it gets more chaotic. You know, that I was gonna talk about. Um, so with that being said, those have been my top 5 most favorite games from Game Pass, and I threw Skyrim on there because it's been on Game Pass for a couple years now. You know, I don't think they'll ever remove it because it's a Bethesda IP. Um, so with that being said, yeah, I don't think they will be removing them. You know, like obviously I played Skyrim on PC. I bought it on PC for the modding aspect, and that's how I like to play it. But have I played it many times? Absolutely. And I've been playing other games like Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon, very similar to Skyrim. Anything on Game Pass, you know, just about everything. So yeah, I know that wasn't about, you know, I guess what I'm saying is Tainted Grail's not on Game Pass, but hopefully one day they put it on there. You know, it's a good game, very underrated. That's another one I would throw in there. And but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Um I know I had fun making this video. I just like I said, there's gonna be more videos out this week. There will be only one live stream on Monday, and I'm just gonna be focused on, you know, working very hard on a lot of video content, getting a lot of shorts out, just have a little mini break, get some shorts scheduled throughout the whole week for you guys, and you know, that'll be my main focus. Um, and when I said I was going into content creation full time, guys, I meant in every aspect, not just live streams. Like I told my friends, I wasn't gonna overdo the live stream sometimes if I wasn't feeling it some days, and I meant that. Like self care always first, and you gotta take care of yourself. So, with that being said, thank you so much for watching, guys. Leave a like if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button if you're new around the channel, the Phoenix Army, and turn on the notification bell so when you see my new uploads, you'll get notified. So, love you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I shall see you guys in the next video.